very enlightening actually. I mean, my focus has been on transport, on taxis, on disability issues all around that, and there was a much broader scope there. So, I mean, I learned a lot from Frank, who was talking about disability hate crimes, which I wasn't even aware of before, and the speakers were all really informative. There was a lot to be gained, a lot learned, and it's a credit to Bluebird Care for putting on such an informative, forward-thinking and positive event like we saw.
So let's talk business. Let's talk about the evolution of wheelchairtaxi.ie and now the expansion into Go Accessible 365. What's your business plan and what's your vision? It's going to be launched in a couple of months.
Yeah, we're hoping to launch in January. The site is in development at the moment. All the designs are done. It's just a matter of getting that development finished and going live. So what wheelchairtaxi.ie did was bring all forms of wheelchair accessible transport together in one place. We'll continue to do that with Go Accessible 365. All those listings will be brought over, but we're also going to cover the likes of wheelchair accessible hotels, which you'll be able to book through the site, and also tourist attractions, venues, things to do in the area, all of course which are wheelchair accessible. So a much broader and general wheelchair travel site with plenty of scope for expansion and improvement. The taxi drivers are delighted with the website. It's free for them to sign up. Other transport providers as well. One of the drivers who emailed me a few days ago said that he was getting requests from all over Europe for his business has grown since listing on wheelchairtaxi.ie, and that'll be the focus of the new site, is to continue to help both drivers and customers and to create an overall positive experience for everyone who uses our service. Finance was a big problem. All the revenue that's been brought in by wheelchairtaxi.ie will be ploughed back into Go Accessible 365. We have a great design company, i3 Digital from the north, who are designing the new site and developing it for us. They have experience in both the Republic of Ireland and the UK. The plan is to expand into the UK to offer our services there and gradually then throughout Europe. But finance was a problem. With the new site, it's being designed in a way that will maximise revenue potential. So we've a couple of different forms of revenue which will make the business sustainable and give it the ability to grow to whatever it might turn out to be in the end.
And one question that I finally have to ask you is that, you know, you've spoken about your accident, you've spoken about your recent past, but you know, where do you get your inner strength? And I just think people look at you and you have a remarkable story and you're always smiling, and we wonder, you know, where you get it from.
I try to focus on the positives. Obviously I've dark times, but they're very limited. I think it was something that maybe I was born with. I don't know. I never suffered depression. I never really got down too badly since the accident. But I mentioned before, I don't see this as a permanent situation, and I always have that hope that things are going to improve, although I'm fairly comfortable and happy in the skin I'm in at the moment, and things like the business, things like my education, the advocacy work, all help to keeping my mind distracted from maybe some of the problems that I might encounter, and once I keep myself busy, I find that helps a lot. I mean, since the age of 14, I had my first job when I was 14, and I continuously worked until I was 18, until I had the accident, and studying and working since. All of those things, I think for anyone, I mean, I could probably relate to someone who's been unemployed and on welfare and the psychological problems that might go along with that. So yeah, if I keep myself busy and occupied, then that helps.